going to be multiplying polynomials again. All right, quite a few of our classmates are out, so hopefully they will be watching this video.
You know, I've never.
I am currently recording, so anything you add to the class discussion will be on the recording. All right, so today we're going to multiply polynomials. The other day we did a monomial through a polynomial. Let's review. Let's say I had 2a squared b to the third times a to the fourth minus 3ab plus b squared. Okay, so this kind we have already done. A monomial through a polynomial. This happens to be, how would I classify this one? As a trinomial. Very good. Okay, so when we did a monomial through a polynomial, we just distribute. We just distribute. So, when we do a squared times a, what do we do with the exponents when we multiply like bases? Add them. So 2 plus 4 is 6. A to the 6th, and then b cubed. Minus 2 times negative 3 is negative 6, so it's minus 6. And then a squared times a to the third, and b cubed times b to the fourth. Okay, now it's 2 times a positive b squared, so it makes a plus 2. A squared, we don't have any more a, so it stays the same. And b to the third times b squared is b to the fifth. Nice. Okay, questions?
I have 0.
No questions? We're good with multiplying.
Yeah.
All right. I have noticed that most of you are doing really well with Unit 2.
Oh, yeah.
You're staying up to date with Unit 2. A few of us have a few things to go back and fill in for Unit 1. And if you look on Infinite Campus, when you're missing a grade, it really affects your average stuff.
From a 96 to a 73.
Well, that's not bad, because some people's are like in the 20. And they could be doing just fine in this class, but they're missing some tests. And so I go ahead and enter grades. It's supposed to be an encouragement. Please don't take it as a there's no way I can catch up, because that is not what it is. It is I put them in so you can see what you're missing and you can catch up. Because as soon as you make them up, what's the lowest grade it lets you make on a mastery test?
80.
An 80. So your grade can go from like a 30 to a B overnight if you catch up. Okay, so those of you that are caught up, your grade is good. Those of you that still have some makeup work, and what I did was I put a comment in for every single person that's missing test, and it says that your grade will improve significantly when you catch up. So that means you can go from a 30 to a B. Now, the longer you wait to make up stuff, have you noticed the harder it is to remember? So the key is to stay on top of it. All right. Okay, so let's talk about what we're going to do today. We're going to start off with some easier ones. We're going to start off with a plain old binomial times a binomial. Let's do simple ones like 2x plus 1 times 3x plus 2.
Minus 1.
Let's just do whatever I wrote instead of what I said.
Where's my notebook? Oh, what the heck?
Okay, so when we multiply a binomial times a binomial, we have to distribute each term in the first polynomial, which in this case is a binomial, through the second one. Okay, so it's just distributing. So we distribute the 2x through, so we do 2x times 3x. What is 2x times 3x.
6x.
6x squared.
That's what I said, right?
And then we're going to do 2x times the positive 2. What is 2x times positive 2?
4x.
4x. So after we've distributed the first term all the way through, then we go to the next one. This one just has 2 terms. It's a binomial. So now we distribute the negative 1. Multiplying by negative 1 just changes the signs. So negative 1 times 3x is negative 3x. And negative 1 times 2 is just negative 2. Now, we always look to see if we can simplify what's left. Are there any like terms? And this one does have some like terms. So if we look right here, these two are like terms. We can subtract them. Now, when you add or subtract, do the exponents ever change?
No.
No. So if we have 4 x's and we take away 3 x's, how many x's do we have left? 1x. Now, tomorrow when we take this test on Play-Doh, would we put a 1 right here?
No.
No, because the way they have the grading mechanism set up, it counts it wrong if you put that understood 1 actually in your answer. Okay, this is a you try.
That's straight up crap.
That's my fault, honestly.
Alright, try this one, please.
I'm better at not writing it down, but if I can get my pencil out, I can finish it. I don't think I got it. I got it. If I write it down, it'll be easy to have those. Wait, Miss Flovey, how have you been teaching? How have you been teaching since you were 20 if you're only 19?
That's right.
That don't add up to this. That doesn't add up to this. So this one is 2, 2. So, she was like, I'm doing it for another week. I was like, I can't do anything. Can I think about and she was like, creeping like that. And I'm like, I can't do that. She was like, no. I can't go. She was like, what do you do? I said, no, I didn't know what to do. I'm going to kill her. She said, she was like, you live in the home, and you can go there, and then she was running like that. I was like, oh, no. That's not happening. She knows Chris. It was like a gay song.
Beyonce, Coldplay, and Bruno. That dance. And then you I watched it this morning. No, it happened. That was last night. Easy. This is right. That's it.
Oh.
That second one, the shot. right.
Okay. So,
I know.
they were looking good as I walked around.
I was there.
We're going to distribute the first term through, and that makes 2n squared plus 4n, and then distribute the negative 5 throughout the second binomial. That makes negative 10n minus 20. These two do have like terms here. We don't always, but these two do. So we get 2n squared minus 6n minus 20. Okay.
Wait, how come it's negative 600? I got
It's a negative 10 plus 4.
It's a positive 4 and a negative 10, which yields a negative 6. It does. Okay. I'm going to do one next that is not going to have like terms in the middle. It's okay.
Wait, Miss Olivia, I got 2n to the squared negative 10n. I think you just squared it over. My bad. I'm sorry.
You found it? Good. Are we ready?
Yes.
All right. So, this one, same exact idea, but we're not going to have like terms.
Alright.
So we have some higher degrees, not a big deal. First thing we're going to do is distribute the a through. Okay? So a times a squared is a cubed. Did everybody see that? A times a squared is a cubed. Okay? Now a times a negative 1 is a negative 1a. But tomorrow, when we go into Play-Doh, do we write the negative 1? No, we just write negative a.
Wait, we're not getting on play.
Probably not. We'll see how far we get. All right, now we're going to distribute the second one through. 3b times a squared is a positive 3a squared b. Now, when we write a term, we take our variables and write them alphabetically.
Jesus. For me, honestly.
I gotta go to the calculator.
He is not in second grade. Yeah, and I was just wondering, he's marked that. All right. Bye.
Okay. I do check attendance every day, guys. But I told y'all that the first day of class.
Yeah, you did.
That you wouldn't want to be present on campus and not present in my room.
Is someone not present in here?
Wait, he's here, but he's sleeping.
Someone is marked present, but they are currently not in this room.
Who?
So, all right, let's move on.
Why would they
All right, positive 3b and negative 1 is negative 3b. All right, do we see nothing is alike? And that's all we can do. That's all we can do. Now, what we normally do, though, and we'll watch Play-Doh to see if they really care. Hopefully they won't care. But do you see this? We go alphabetical from the greatest degree, so a cubed, and we're sticking with a's. So now we're going to go down one. So which term should really come next?
A squared.
This one could. And then the A, and then the B. There's not really a standard form with this one. So we'll watch Play-Doh and see what the directions say. Let's kind of flip through the tutorial. And maybe I will go get the Chromebook so we can go through that tutorial and see if they do care. But when we have multiple variables, it makes it a little harder to determine what order to put it in. Generally, it's alphabetical, and then go down on one degree and up on the other.
So which one would it be?
I think
What would it ask us for?
I think they would look for this one. But they may not mark the first one wrong though. Because it has multiple variables. Okay, so let me give you one that has multiple variables that do not combine. Alright, let's try it. If you're not sure what to do, you make sure you ask for help.
X squared is y. And
That is a weird. What does that look like? What will it be? That's a good question. Would it be x squared right here? Yeah.
Oh.
Just do it. He's like, what? I just get knocked out.
no, you saw it. Yeah. I get to pay $5 a month.
No.
For what?
I give it to you. It's probably too long for me.
You didn't do it. I haven't done that one.
Okay. These do get a little long. They do. This is not fun?
No, I thought it's not long.
Oh, okay. Eh,
Maybe some people will long.
They can. Okay, so x squared, what did I just do? Oh, 2x cubed. X squared times 2x is 2x cubed. X squared times negative 7 is a negative 7x squared. And then y times 2x is a positive 2xy. And then y times negative 7 is a negative 7y. And there's nothing else we can do. Okay. Now, we're not ready.
I think we are.
All right, Clayton, what do we do?
You hit it with the 16x and then minus 9.
You're close. You're close.
16x squared.
We write it out twice. And then we do the same thing. Okay? So when you see a binomial squared, guys, the easiest thing to do is just write it out twice.
But
And
that's
do
the
the
right
same
answer. That's the right answer. It is 16x minus 9.
But there's something in the middle. There's something in the middle.
X squared. Parentheses.
And negative 24x. So try it.
Wait, is that one problem?
Yes, because when you see a problem like this, this is the problem. The first thing you do, because it's squared, is write it twice and then multiply.
So good.
All right, 4x times 4x is 16x squared. 4x times negative 3 is negative 12x. Now this is going to happen every time we expand a binomial like this. This middle term ends up repeating itself. So negative 3 times 4x is another negative 12x. And negative 3 times positive 3 is positive 9. When you did this last semester, do you remember any of your teachers saying you square the first term, you double the product of the two, and you square the last one?
Nope.
Nope? Okay. Well then just write it out twice because that works. It works every time. And in this case, when we square a binomial, these middle terms are going to match. And so it ends up doubling them because negative 12 and negative 12 makes negative 24. So it simplifies to 16x squared minus 24x plus 9.
Where did 24 come from? Oh, then I added it.
Yeah. Okay, you try.
I keep putting it to you. It makes me laugh every time.
As I'm trying to bring a little joy to your life.
I have it.
That's not how you say.
Sometimes I wonder how
Enjoy
it's
it.
so
Give me the food.
Ow. Ow, what is this?
That's a normal one, so.
Yeah, let me answer. X is 25x squared plus 10x
Miss Lily, Miss Lily,
Let's have
L
one second.
is
No.
So capital L? Yeah.
No. No.
Yes, isn't it?
What?
I just don't think this one big.
What are you saying? No.
There's an L, right? Told you.
True.
No, it's not. You don't. I'm
Good. Okay, so we write it out twice, and then we multiply. 5x times 5x, 25x squared, and then a positive 10x, and then another positive 10x. That's going to happen every time we square a binomial. That whatever the middle two are going to match. So we end up doubling that product every time. So you get 25x squared plus 20x plus 4. It is possible that they could have a variable here and a variable here. So that would just throw some y's in.
You tried then.
And that's how it would change. It's possible.
Wait, where did the Y come
I just added it at the end. So if you don't have any y's in yours, the first problem didn't have y's in it. Okay, so now let's do something bigger than a binomial. Let's do a binomial times a trinomial.
Gosh.
Is that a 2 or a...
Yeah, exactly.
We'll let that be a 2.
No,
What?
no.
2x plus 1,
Right
4x squared.
What else would it be?
Okay, let's write the problem down, please.
Write down the problem. I really need to that thing.
Okay, so we distribute that first one through, but it has to get multiplied times 3 things down. So 2x times 4x squared makes 8 x to the third. And then 2x times a negative 3x. Positive 2 times negative 3 makes negative 6. And what do I get when I do x times x? X squared. 2x times a positive 5 is a positive 10x. Now we're going to distribute the 1 through. Alright, so the 1 has to go all the way through also. So it makes a positive 4x squared, a minus 3x, and a positive 5. Now we look for like terms. Yep. We've got an x squared and an x squared to put together, and a 10x and a negative 3x to put together. Okay, after we distribute, then we look and see, are they like terms? And what that means, do they have exactly the same variable raised to exactly the same power? And if they do, we can combine them. Now this is the only cubed one, so it stands alone. Negative 6x squared and positive 4x squared simplifies to negative 2x squared. Positive 10x and negative 3x is positive 7x. And then at the end, we have that single little constant by itself. Okay, you try.
How many of these are we gonna do?
We can get the
Okay, if we could get to the point where I'd look out and like everybody were paying attention, we'd be good. But the back of that row has been paying good attention the entire time. Well, you were doing 120 just a second ago. Here, pencil. I know. I was like, what's she doing with that pencil over there?
You saw that?
Yeah, I see a lot of things I don't comment on.
You didn't see me?
Eventually, I just quit looking.
Right.
He likes to take you out.
Let's switch up variables here. Let's try and n's a good one.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I'm really gonna mess with you. Watch this.
No, we can't
I'm
do
gonna use
that.
some different exponents too.
Can't do that.
This is gonna be difficult.
Oh, it's not. No, it's not.
Go. Let's see what you can do.
Use some different exponents.
I used some different exponents. We may not have as many like terms this time. We may. Let's see. Let's see what happens.
Go Power Rangers.
Is that right, Miss
Awesome.
He bought those Furbies. Yeah. One time I had a Furby.
That's awesome.
You know what I'm
Try this problem, yes.
You know what
I do.
I
Try
bought-
math.
I bought it.
Math.
Ooh. What, 15 or 3? Don't go Power Rangers.
What about you there?
Very good. Very good. Very right. There's no sign.
Oh, I joke. I joke a lot. That's what
What sign goes in front there?
Oh. Jersey.
Alright, so we're going to distribute the 3 through. And it gives me 15 into what power? Fourth. Okay, tomorrow Those of you that are not paying attention today, I'm going to be really tempted not to help you.
You literally get every question right.
That's a bet.
3n times this. 12n. 2n times this. 10n cubed. 2n times this. Negative 2n squared. And then plus 8. So we only have one pair of like terms. That is all we can combine. Make sure you put your signs in front of everything and you put it in order from highest degree down to lowest degree. Okay? That's what Plato will be looking for. Highest to lowest. Yes, ma'am.
Why didn't you add the exponents to 7n and then y is the
Okay. When you're multiplying, you add the exponents. So when I'm multiplying right here, the exponents get bigger. Now, once I've done all the multiplying, I'm just adding and subtracting. When you add and subtract, the exponents never change. They only change when you multiply or divide.
So can you say that one more time? It only changes if it's positive?
The exponents only change when you're multiplying. If you're adding and subtracting, the exponents don't.
That is a long answer.
Yeah. Okay. So now, what happens when there's more?
Don't do it.
You know what? That happens sometimes, but then we don't get credit. And this is set up for you to do really well. So we're going to do well. What happens when you're multiplying a couple of them?
Give you a headache.
It can, if you try to do too much at once. So what you have to do is you have to pick 2 to simplify first. Do you want to do the big 2 or the little 2?
With little 2.
All right. So this is all we're going to play with first.
There you go.
So we're going to distribute the 2x through here. So when we do 2x times x, we get 2x squared. 2x times 2 is 4x. Okay. Now that we've simplified this, we can bring down this.
Whoa. What did you just do? Oh, you just bring it out?
Mhm.
Alright, I got it.
So, if I give you more than 2, pick 2 to start with. Simplify those. Then take that answer times what's left. So now we have to work with this answer and distribute this answer through. So 2x squared times x squared is 2x to the 4th. Because now we're multiplying, so we add those exponents. 2x squared times 4x
8x3.
is 8x cubed. Good. And the last one, 2x squared times 3 is positive 6x squared. Now let's do the second one through.
What?
So 4x times x squared
4x3.
is 4x cubed. Good. 4x times 4x is
16x cubed, or squared.
squared. And the last one, 4x times 3 is 12x.
That's one long problem.
All right, let's see. I've got a cube and a cube.
Oh, that's not the answer?
I got a square and a square. And those are the only ones that are like. So I bring down the 2x to the 4th, and then I have to add these two, the ones that have one line under them. So that makes 12x cubed, and then 22x squared, and then 12x. That's the answer.
That's too long. About the same as the others.
Miss Olivia, you think?
All that distributed.
Yep,
Yeah, 870 waiting list.
yep,
That's from all your fans.
yep, I get fan mail every day.
Come in the mail?
Oh, yeah,
Oh, no,
oh, yeah. Alright. We're gonna do one last you try for the day,
No.
Yeah, so
and might as well make it fun.
Oh, it's already 10:21.
AB times 2A minus B times A squared plus 2AB plus B squared. No killing you. And you get to pick which ones to start with.
I think this is through the death as you What are you trying? So, if we start off doing the problem, that'll help a lot.
That will help a lot. When you think you've
Good
got it,
Lord.
you can bring it to me, and when I check it off, you can pack up.
Jeez.
I think we're playing 8.
It's going to end up having A's and B's in your answer.
Golly, Miss Avery.